bienvenidos y bienvenidas a un nuevo vídeo del canal. Estamos aquí de vuelta con Genshin Impact y ha llegado el momento de continuar la misión principal, la misión de Arconte, como ya sabéis, en busca de la diosa de la sabiduría. Es el siguiente paso a completar y para ello tenemos que ir a la ciudad de Sumeru. Me he venido con el teletransporte que desbloqueamos en anteriores vídeos, así que vamos al lío. ¿Qué ves? Evento súbito. Vamos un momento a ver.
Another test subject.
Fuse is lit! That didn't count!
The wrong test subject. Suffocate!
Está bug, ¿no? Vale. Digo, se ha quedado un poquito fuera. Vale, ya está. Vale. Mira, aquí hay un cofre. Ciudad de Sumeru, cofre común.
What do we have here?
Yo creo que por aquí podemos atajar porque hay un teletransportador que no tengo todavía. Vamos allá. Bueno, aquí, allá al fondo veo otro. Allá. Vamos a ir donde hay que ir y luego ya exploraré porque esto es enorme, chavales. Wow. Me encanta la musiquilla nueva, o sea, está topísimo. Vamos allá.
Sumeru City! Oh, did you see that? When those people entered the city, something on their heads lit up.
One moment, please, you two. It appears this is your first time visiting Sumeru City.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But how did you know that?
Because there's currently no information on either of you in the Akasha. But no need to worry, that won't prevent you from entering the city. In fact, the Academia conveniently provides each traveler to Sumeru City with a device.
Vale.
Perhaps you two have heard of the Akasha before. It's our beloved Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's lasting legacy, a treasure trove of collected knowledge. After centuries of tireless research on the Akasha, the Academia created one of its most ingenious inventions, the Akasha Terminal. As long as you are within Sumeru's borders, you may use an Akasha Terminal to connect directly to the Akasha and access any knowledge you need. I should mention that due to technical limitations, the operation of Akasha Terminals will be much smoother and more effective in large cities such as...
Oh, so this is the thing that Tainari was
Esto es lo que nos ha
telling us
contado
about.
Tignari básicamente en anterior
You
vídeo.
two are quite fortunate. Until recently, it was standard practice to only issue Akasha terminals to outlanders who spent an extended amount of time in... Here are your Akasha terminals. Please handle them with care.
It kind of looks like a leaf.
To activate it, simply hold it in your hand and say the following phrase to yourself. May the mighty God bless us with their voice of wisdom.
May the mighty...
Since this little doodad lets you access knowledge, maybe we can use it to find a way to meet Lesser Lord Kusanagi. Let's give it a try. May the mighty God bless us with their voice of wisdom.
Que la gran diosa nos bendiga con su sabia voz.
seems all we need
Qué
to
guapo,
do is
¿no?
concentrate on what we want to know.
Exactly. That is the power of the Akasha. And with that, let me officially welcome you both to Sumeru City. May the wisdom of the Dendro Archon always be your guide.
Vale, pues
Okay,
mola.
now that we're in, we can check the Akasha about Lesser Lord Kusanali. Let Paimon try. 500 years ago, the sages found a newly born deity from within some scorched ruins. The deity now resides in the sanctuary of Surasthana. Okay, next, let's concentrate on asking how to meet her. Huh? Paimon doesn't sense anything. The Akasha didn't respond to Paimon's question.
Tampoco ha funcionado conmigo.
Oh, come on! Ugh.
Vaya,
Focusing
problemas
on
en
this
el
question
paraíso.
feels like when you have something you're trying to remember and it's on the tip of your tongue, but you just... Ugh, Paimon's brain is exhausted.
Probaré con otra pregunta.
Oh, smart idea. But what are you going to ask it?
Reina Mayor Ruka de Bata.
Uh-oh. Paimon's getting all teary-eyed all of a sudden.
Reina Menor Kusanali.
You too? Well, glad it's not just Paimon.
¿Por qué el comunicador de la casa no tiene respuesta?
Huh. Could it be because we're Outlanders and we've
Pues parece que sí.
Well, seems no matter which way we try, we can't find anything that'll lead us to Lesser Lord Kusanali. Guess our only choice now is to try meeting with the researcher that Tainari recommended. He's from Sumeru and even has a position in the...
Vale, pues vamos a la academia, hablamos con él y aquí está voz
Tainari wrote
akashica.
an address on the letter's
En busca de la diosa de la sabiduría.
It's not far
Vamos
from
allá.
the city's gate. Let's head up. Hello, are you Rohawi?
Yes, that's me. Can I help you?
Great. You see, Tainari sent us here and...
What? Tainari? Please, there's no need to say anything, really. Sure, I admit that the article I published last month wasn't my best work, and maybe the data
No,
didn't
no, no
produce the
estamos
most
aquí para hablar de
convincing
temas
results,
académicos.
but-
Here, this is a letter from Tainari.
Oh, let me see. Ah! Ooh, what a relief. You two nearly scared the life out of me. So, you two just have some questions for me? Seems even Tainari acknowledges my innate ability for procuring information. So, what is it you two would like to know?
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali.
You mean you want to meet the Dendro Archon herself? This isn't exactly my area of expertise, but let me see what I can find in the Akasha. Sorry, the Akasha didn't respond to my query.
Eso ya lo sabíamos.
What? You too? But what about your abilities for getting information and all that?
Well, as I said, this isn't my area of expertise. I am but a lowly researcher, so the Akasha doesn't see a need for me to know more about the Dendro Archon. All I know is that ever since Lesser Lord Kusanali returned to Sumeru, she's never left the sanctuary of Surasthana or made a public appearance.
Huh. Didn't expect her to be such a mysterious figure.
The Dendro Archon is somewhat of a recluse. Perhaps she just doesn't want to entertain visitors, which would explain the lack of information in the Akasha.
Aw, but then what can we do?
No need to worry just yet. I'm only hypothesizing here. You could certainly try asking around and see if anyone else has ideas. And besides, you two should consider the bright side of things. Not being able to see Lesser Lord Kusanali may not be a bad thing. In this world, there will always be information you cannot obtain from the Akasha and things you can never accomplish. Knowing when to yield is a form of wisdom. Take me, for example. It's a miracle if my brain cells can spit out one paper every 3 years. But Tainari? That guy can publish 3 papers in just a single year. Don't mention it. If you two ever want information about things like who's been promoted within the academia or relations between the 6 great sages, come find me.
Así que tu especialidad son los cotilleos, ¿eh?
Hey, come on. This is a survival skill at the academia.
Oh, Paimon's expectations were pretty low, but this is so low, it's like digging holes. So what do we do now? Even if we want to talk to someone, we don't know anybody here.
En realidad sí que conocemos a alguien.
Huh? Like who?
At Astravisok.
Oh, you're right! Catherine!
All the cumbersome tasks begin.
Vamos a buscar a Catherine. Tengo que decirlo porque si no reviento. Me flipa. Aquí hay otro teletransportador, vamos allá. Vale. Vale, que no vaya al desierto. Vaya, ahora quiero ir al desierto. Catherine,
Ad
por favor.
Astra Abysask.
Catherine, we need your help with something.
Tiene una llave en la espalda.
Understood. The Adventurers Guild is always ready to serve you.
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. Do you know a way we can do that?
You two wish to meet with Sumeru's Archon. Understood. Please wait. I apologize, but I am unable to call up any relevant information in the Akasha. I'm also unable to locate any pertinent information in my personal memory.
Aww, another dead end. Well, if Catherine can't help us, then we really don't know anyone else to help.
Please do not worry. I may know of someone who can help you two. In Sumeru, the Adventurers Guild does not serve as the vanguard of information.
Vale, los
Rather,
eremitas.
they take on various contracts and work all across Sumeru. An eremite brigade called the Corps of 30 is in charge of Sumeru City's defenses. Not only are they the oldest brigade, but they are responsible for managing and coordinating the affairs of all other mercenary brigades.
Corps of 30? What a weird name.
Supposedly, they are named as such because their ranks numbered 30 at their inception.
Vale.
Asfand, an advisor with the Corps of 30, maintains good relations with the Adventurers Guild. Though he's already retired, he and his words carry great weight within mercenary circles.
Pues
If
a por
you'd like to
Asfand.
get in contact with him, you can find him at the Corps
Eres
of
la mejor,
30's
Catherine.
headquarters. You're welcome. I wish you two the best of luck.
Pues nada, parece que nuestra aventura continúa.
There we go.
This new shipment of items, they're all so ridiculously overdesigned. I need to sew these now.
No, no puedo todavía, ¿no? Es que tiene mucha vida Sumeru, ¿eh? Ya que estoy, venimos aquí a por el TP. Vamos allá.
Welcome. The Adventurers Guild told me to expect you two.
Hola, Asfand.
Nice to meet you, Asfand. We'd like to ask you about something.
Y se calla, vaya.
I see. So,
vale.
Catherine's the
Digo,
one
what?
who sent you this way. Ha! It's
Sí,
true
mola
that the
mucho el
Eremites
aspecto.
network is vast, but even I can't help you meet the Dendro Archon.
Wait, seriously?
Afraid so. The Eremites aren't terribly religious, so we don't know much about divinities. As far as the Akasha goes, we can access even less than you. We originally came from the desert. The gods there died off long ago. Since those days, we've used our own two hands to carve out a living. It isn't just us, though. If you ask me, I think most in Sumeru aren't interested in Lesser Lord
Vaya.
Oh?
Kusanali.
Why's that?
Just take the Academia, for example. They're the ones who truly rule Sumeru. Although they believe in gods, most of them only care for the late
O sea,
greater
esto
Lord
tiene que ver con la
Lugadvara.
trama que veremos aquí, creo.
In their eyes, she was the one who
O
founded
sea, la reina
Sumeru
Kusanali es eso,
and gifted
una
us with
heredera del
the
título,
Akasha.
pero ellos a la que
Lesser Lord
adoran
Kusanali
era la
just
anterior.
happened to inherit because of the Academia's influence. Most
Claro,
citizens
Roca de
are
Bata
more
es la que tienen
familiar
todos
with
en plan
greater Lord
como la
Lugadvara
Arconte
and hold
Dendro,
her in
aunque haya
greater
muerto.
esteem. Not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali never makes an appearance, and the Academia never announces anything about her. As far as the people of Sumeru are concerned, she's just a god that exists.
Really? Aw. After hearing all of that, Paimon sort of feels bad for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
But who knows? We're all just guessing when it comes down to it. Besides, I'm sure the god of wisdom doesn't worry about her reputation among people like us.
All right. Well, thanks for the info, Asfand.
No problem. Always happy to help out the Adventurers Guild.
Vale.
Seems Asfand was right about most people's attitudes here. Not only are they not interested in the Dendro Archon, they even say stuff like, if the Akasha doesn't think I should know, then I don't need to know about it. We've been asking for information non-stop ever since we got to Sumeru. But the harder we try, the more helpless everything seems. Isn't there at least one person in this entire city who cares about Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Oh, you two are interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh?
Vaya.
Who are you?
From the sound of it, you two are Outlanders who recently arrived here. You've been asking around for information on Lesser Lord Kusanali, right? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Dunyarzad, one of Lesser Lord Kusanali's faithful followers.
Whoa, really? Then do you know how we can meet with her?
I'm afraid I can't help you with that. But your conversation earlier did happen to remind me of a legend about the Dendro Archon.
¿Qué leyenda?
Sure. It goes like this. Long, long ago, there was a man who heard a prophecy. It predicted that a great calamity was about to befall him. Panicked by what he heard, the man sought out the Dendro Archon in hopes that she would bless him with the wisdom to help him escape his predicament. The man journeyed across deserts and through rainforests and experienced tribulations of every kind. However, he still couldn't find any trace of the Dendro Archon. In despair, he thought, alas, the Archon has abandoned me. He then had no choice but to sorrowfully resign to his fate.
Okay, and then what happened?
And then, the calamity came. But to his own surprise, the man felt somehow emboldened by the trials of his journey. By relying on his own strength, he managed to overcome the adversity. At that moment, a bird perched upon his shoulder. This bird was, in fact, an avatar of the Dendro Archon. She said, "O Archon Seeker, do you now understand? She and her wisdom have long been found by you." Along your journey, we were in every flower and blade of grass, every ray of sparkling sun, and every breath of dancing wind. So long as you continue to think and ponder, we'll be wherever you go.
Qué gran historia.
Yeah, thanks for the story. Paimon feels all warm and fuzzy inside after that.
In a way. It seems like this story is also one of the Dendro Archon's avatars.
Dunyarzad, since you worship Lesser Lord Kusanali, can you tell us anything else about her?
Of course. So did you two know that, I'm terribly sorry, but it seems something's come up now. Let's chat another day.
Vale, parece que esos tíos de ahí son como los eruditos, ¿no? O eremitas. A ver, a ver.
Hey, wait! What the heck just happened?
Tal vez tenga que ver con esos tipos.
It looks like they're searching for someone. Dunyarzad was acting super nervous just now. Ugh, this stinks! We finally managed to find a lead about Lesser Lord Kusanali. Let's see if we can get rid of them.
Hey, have you two seen a brown-haired girl wearing a purple top and a long blue dress? We're looking for her.
Did she have bandages wrapped around her wrists?
Yes, that's her. Did you see which direction she went?
Yeah, she went that way.
Quick, after her!
Vale.
That should keep him busy for a while. Let's hurry and find Dunyarzad.
Pues nada, vamos a buscarla. Pero antes, ría. A ver qué tiene la herrería aquí. Quiero forjar, a ver, quiero comprar. Vale. Oye, se nos ha quedado lo de la oreja aquí, ¿no? Qué guay. No me había dado cuenta. Bonita mal. Mansur, erudito. No, vamos a buscar al objetivo. Vamos allá. Parece que está cerca. Aquí está.
There you are, Dunyarzad. We thought you might have been long gone by now.
Oh, it's you two. Oh, you startled me there.
You can relax now. We threw those people looking for you off the trail.
Really? Thank you so much. Unfortunately, I believe there's still more of them out there looking for me. Uh-oh, looks like there are some coming this way.
Huh? More of them? Then what are we standing here for?
No, wait, my body isn't in the best shape. It's
Escondámonos en algún lugar.
run. Okay, sounds good. There's a tavern on the other side of the port we can go to. They probably wouldn't expect me to hide in a place like that.
All right, let's move out. Stay behind us. We'll keep an eye out for anyone looking for you.
Vale, hay que entrar en la taberna. ¡Pa' adentro! Qué guapa, ¿no? La taberna. ¡Hala, chaval!
We made it. Oh, they shouldn't be able to find us now. Wait, stand down, Dia.
Jeje, PJ de los que vendrán próximamente, chavales. ¿Y cómo mola? Creo que es la próxima versión.
My lady, who are these two?
They're travelers that I met on the street just a moment ago. They happened to notice that you were all searching for me, so they helped me hide.
I see.
In that case, you two should scram. There's nothing here for you.
Wait a sec! Who the heck are you? And why are you shooing us away?
I'm Miss Dunyarzad's bodyguard, here to see that she returns home safe and sound. My lady, let's get going. You've been gone for so long that your parents are worrying themselves sick.
And if I refuse to go with you?
It'd be easier for the both of us if you cooperated. But if you insist on not going, then I'll have to carry you like a sack of potatoes.
Dunyarzad already said she doesn't want to go back.
Stay out of this. You don't understand. Sorry, my lady. Even though I'm your bodyguard, your parents are my employers. I have to answer to them.
How much?
Wait, what?
How much more do I have to pay you to become your employer? So you never listen to my parents ever again. Double? A triple? Give me some time and I'll get that much.
My lady, this isn't about Mora. I don't know what you think of us Eremites, but let me say this. I like Mora, but I'll never go against my principles. That's why I'm here looking for you. Sure, it's an order from my employer, but my conscience was also telling me it's the right thing to do. And knowing your health, carelessly running around like this is gonna hurt ya. For the sake of those who love you, don't be stubborn.
No, you're wrong. I'm aware of my limits, and I know what I'm doing. Honestly, the only people being stubborn right now are my parents. And I know perfectly well that it makes no difference if I'm at home or not. They still won't accept reality. And every time I bring this up, they just change the subject. Dia, you've been living with us a long time already. This should be old news to you. Dia, I know it hasn't been easy for Mother and Father, and I'm grateful for everything they've done for me. But there's someone else in this world I'm also grateful to, because she saved me.
Vale,
The
creo que
love
habla
I
de
have
Kusanali.
for her is the same I have for my parents. This is my life and my last chance. So I want to do something meaningful.
My lady, are you sure what you're doing now is meaningful?
Yes, I'm sure. At least, it is to me.
Fine, I won't ask you to return home anymore. But let me make something very clear. I'm only doing this because I respect your determination.
Thank you, Dia.
Bueno, pues parece que estas dos están arreglando sus diferencias.
My nerves were acting up.
Don't worry about it, my lady. I did say that I like Mora. Besides, that's our next topic of conversation. Today's little excursion caused such a ruckus that every single bodyguard at the estate was deployed. It wouldn't be easy to hide things from your old man. Since this definitely won't be your last escapade, here's a little tip. You should at least make it look like your room and things are still in order when you leave. Also, I'll let you hire me, my lady. This way, everyone wins. As for the pay, let's say half of what your father pays me.
Okay, deal.
Vale.
Hey, looks like they've reached an understanding.
¿Qué le pasa? ¿Estás bien?
I'm fine, really.
My lady, stop trying to look tough. We're already in a tavern, so let's rest up and grab some grub.
I'm sorry for worrying you two. If you don't mind, I'd like for you to join us.
Claro.
Sure, after you rest up, we want to hear more about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Pues a comer. A ver qué tienen aquí. Entiendo que habrá nuevas recetas, ¿no? Ya que estamos, vamos a comprar todo en la tienda, que hacía tiempo que no compro aquí cosillas. ¡Wow! ¡Hala! Listo. Nuevas recetas y además continuamos la historia.
Ha! Well, if it isn't Dia. Haven't seen you in nearly half a year. Word on the street is that you're a bodyguard for the Homayani family now. Ha! Don't you find that kind of work boring?
Nah, you get used to it. How about a menu over here?
Vaya.
You got it. Huh? Isn't this little Miss Homayani herself? We don't get to serve personages like you very often. We'll be sure to prepare our very best.
Thank you, sir, but there's no need. I don't have a lot of Mora on me, and I really ought to save as much as I can. But please bring these two the best food you have. They're my new friends, so I want to be a good host for them.
A ver, yo creo que no te preocupes, cualquier cosa nos viene bien.
Yeah, we're already super
Ha sido una decisión complicada, pero vamos a ello.
Lesser Lord Kusanali.
How about our coconut charcoal cakes? They're our signature snack, and they run cheap. Look, other customers over there are eating some now.
They look kind of burnt and dry. Paimon will pass.
Tú siendo quisquillosa, vaya.
Hey, come on! Paimon has personal preferences too, you know. Dunyarzad, we asked a lot of people when we first arrived, and almost nobody was interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali. So, what made you want to follow her?
Well, remember when you asked me if I knew how to meet the Dendro Archon? Even though I don't know how, I think I've actually seen her before.
Huh? Really?
Yes, it was when I was a child. At the time, my illness had kept me bedridden for the better part of a year. I was stuck inside and couldn't make any friends, and my parents did their best to find treatments for me. But even then, the Akasha didn't have any helpful information. My younger self no longer had any hopes or dreams. One flare-up was so bad that I was in a semi-conscious state for several days. Then one night, I woke up alone in my room. I was terrified. My body was paralyzed. Even if I cried, there was no sound. At that moment, an ethereal voice spoke in my mind. Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry.
Vaya.
Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry. Who are you? How do you know my name? How do I explain this? You might not be able to understand, but actually, I know everything about you. Really? Of course. I know that you're scared of thunder, that you hate taking medicine every morning, and that you love counting the petals on your mom's skirt. Wow, you really do know everything. Dunyarzad, is there anything you want? Want? Not really. I can't go anywhere or do anything. Huh? But aren't you a child? All children have wishes. Tell me what you want, and maybe I can make it happen. But can you make my illness go away? Oh. I'm sorry. But I'm not powerful enough to do that right now. Then, can you be my friend?
After that, the voice said, "Okay, I'll be your friend." Although my body was suffering during those days, that voice encouraged me and told me many wondrous things. Beyond my window was the flourishing Sumeru city. Beyond the city was a lush rainforest. And beyond that was the wall of Samiel, deserts, and all of Tevat. Once I finally made it through that bout of illness, I couldn't hear that voice anymore. I told my mother about it, but she said that I must have been dreaming. But I know that that voice wasn't a figment of my imagination. Before that, I had never heard of Teyvat.
¿Crees que era el Arconte?
Yes, for sure. If it weren't for that voice, I would have never grown curious about the outside world, nor would I have learned how to read and enjoy so many books. That voice sparked a desire for wisdom. It had to have been the Dendro Archon. I've been hoping for a chance to repay her kindness. In fact, I was running around today to help prepare the Sub-Zero's festival for her.
What's the Sub-Zero's
Vale,
festival?
me preguntaba lo mismo, Paimon.
It's Lesser Lord Kusanali's
Cumpleaños de la
birthday,
Reina Menor, vale.
which was the day that she was found
Vale,
by
pues
the
entonces es
sages.
el mejor momento para
It's
encontrarnos con
actually
ella,
an
así
old
que hay que
holiday that
aprovechar.
originally celebrated Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthday. When she passed away, the holiday eventually became a celebration of the Lesser Lord's birthday. I heard everyone was overjoyed when they welcomed her back to Sumeru. In those days, the festival was a huge deal. But because of the Academia's influence, people have gradually lost interest in the festival. The Academia actively participates in Sumeru's many holidays dedicated to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Maybe they see Lesser Lord Kusanali's birth as confirmation of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's death, so they're reluctant to celebrate it.
Aw, but that's awful.
It is. It's absolute. Sure, the Greater Lord founded Sumeru, but hasn't Lesser Lord Kusanali been the one quietly protecting us for the past few hundred years?
Eso de o no me plantea que no
Just
sabemos.
remember that we're still out in public. Don't get too carried away now.
I know that people over by the Grand Bazaar still hold the Sub-Zero's festival to this day. But I hadn't met any of them before, so I was never able to contribute. But recently, I made a friend there who also follows Lesser Lord Kusanali. I gave her my savings because I want her to throw a wonderful festival this year. That's the least I could do for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Hold on, my lady. Does this friend happen to be Nilou, the one who sends flowers to the estate?
Yes, that's her.
I saw her leaving the other day with a nervous look on her face. It seemed like she was hiding something in her arms.
Yes. Initially, I didn't have much more prepared. So I've agreed with Nilou to meet up at the Grand Bazaar today and see how things are coming along.
Sure, that's quite the trip though.
No, that would be too much.
You might as well just accept the lift. If I let you walk, who knows how long it'll take us. And if anything happens to you, then I'd really never hear the end of it from your father.
¿Podemos ir con vosotras?
But of course. Nilou will be thrilled to hear there are more people interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Vale, pues vamos allá. Voy a montar a ver si hago un cofre por aquí. O hace que no. ¿Me puedo saltar? Vamos para afuera. Bueno, me está molando bastante la trama de Sumeru. Tengo que decir de que, aparte de gran lore, que obviamente hay un montón, está siendo muy ameno todo y están presentándonos a los personajes de una manera divertida. O sea, lo han hecho muy bien. Yo creo que el guión está siendo top. A mí por aquí y a ver qué pasa ahora. Vamos allá. Ya estamos en el bazar. ¡Hey! Y aquí está Nilou. Nilou es un personaje que también vendrá en la 3.1, así que de momento no la vamos a poder conseguir. Creo que es un 4 estrellas, si no me equivoco.
It was taking you so long that I assumed you got trapped at home, but you made it in the end. Uh-oh. But if Dia's here, that means you got caught, right?
You could say that, but everything worked out. She's on our side now.
Not completely.
Oh, and who are these two?
Oh, meet the Traveler and Paimon, my two newest friends. They're visitors who just arrived at Sumeru City, and are looking for information on Lesser Lord Kusanali.
So you're followers from another land?
Así es.
That's wonderful. You two absolutely mustn't miss the Sub-Zerus festival. By the way, Dunyarzad, we've already started decorating the Grand Bazaar. It looks spectacular. Thanks to your generous contribution.
You're very welcome. It's the only thing I could do.
Probably? But don't sweat it. We've already finished renovating the stage.
Vale. Vamos al escenario. A ver qué pasa.
Wow! This place is amazing!
Not bad. Last time I was here, the stairs were full of holes.
The stairs were nothing. A little while ago, we discovered that the tree above the stage had a huge chunk of bark ready to fall off. We reported it to the academia many times, but they never sent anyone to deal with it.
¿Por qué no vinieron a arreglarlo?
Oh, probably because it was the theater asking.
The academia looks down on performers like us.
O sea, el arte aquí no está
They
bien visto.
probably think it would be best if the theater closed down completely. We can't let that happen, though. Not only would everyone involved in the theater go hungry, but then we wouldn't be able to hold the Sub-Zerus festival anymore. Thank the Dendro Archon for Dunyarzad. With the more she gave us, we hired someone to patch up the tree, and we also gave the stage a much-needed makeover. The stage is going to be even prettier when it's festival time. I can't wait for you to see it.
And I can't wait to see you on the stage. You've been practicing so long already. It's almost time for your dream to become reality.
It's our dream. I'll do my best for the two of us.
Nilu, what are you gonna be doing at the festival?
She'll be dancing the dance of Sub-Zerus, the most important performance at the Sub-Zerus festival.
Dunyarzad, have you told him the origin of this holiday?
I only told them about the Greater Lord and Lesser Lord so far.
Okay. Then I'll tell you two about how this holiday came to be.
Vale.
According to legend, the Sub-Zerus festival was originally the Goddess of Flowers' birthday celebration for the Greater Lord. A long, long time ago, on one of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthdays, her friends threw her a celebratory banquet. Some of the gods got drunk. One started playing music, and the Greater Lord started singing, so the Goddess of Flowers began to dance. As she danced upon the grass, countless beautiful parisaras began to bloom wherever she stepped. Those brilliant purple flowers became her dazzling stage. All the gods clamored, "Oh, if only time could stop at this very moment."
Parece que se lo pasaban realmente bien.
Of course they did. When people mention the gods, they always think of the Archon War. But Sumeru's gods also had happy times. Although they aren't around anymore, they're preserved in our tradition of dance. This outfit I'm wearing is apparently based on how the Goddess of Flowers looked. Though we're just tiny people compared to the divine, we still have to do our best to make sure that the birthday girl feels loved on her special day.
Nilu, you of all people will definitely be able to convey our well wishes to the Dendro Archon. I also noticed that you went the extra mile and scattered parisaras around the stage.
They symbolize the Goddess of Flowers, after all. It's just a shame that all the real parisaras went extinct after her death.
Vaya.
Yeah. The Greater Lord brought forth parisaras in memory of the Goddess of Flowers.
Thinking about the Goddess of Flowers dance makes me wish I could have seen it. If my stage were anything like that, I'd be thrilled if I had just 2 real parisaras on the stage. So, Traveler and Paimon, what do you think? Interested in the Sub-Zerus festival?
All of Lesser Lord Kusanali's followers will be there for her birthday.
Ooh, Paimon thinks that's a great idea!
Pues... ¿Quieres ver a Nilo bailar, cierto?
Paimon wants to watch.
So how about we all attend the Sub-Zerus festival together?
Vale, es una promesa.
Dunyarzad, let me show you which stage decorations we've picked out so far. Everyone at the Grand Bazaar loves Lesser Lord Kusanali.
In that case, we'll take a look around.
Vale, pues vamos a dar una vuelta, vamos a ver qué pasa, vamos a ver qué descubrimos. Y por ejemplo aquí tenemos a Kumari.
Whoa! What's with your yellow hair? Did you know that the Sub-Zerus festival is about to happen?
Vale, habrán caramelos. De ella.
Huh. Revamping the stage for the festival couldn't have been easy, that's for sure. I bet this year's festival will be one to remember. I don't know much about the Grand Bazaar, but I do know that the residents here have a penchant for song and dance. Oh, and the perfume sold around here is a lot better than what you'll find elsewhere. I mean, that's what I've heard at least.
Things are really shaping up, and there's a buzz around the festival this year. We're expecting people from all over to come by this year and buy things during the festivities. Don't be fooled into thinking that Sumeru City has the best of everything. Some festival snacks are only offered here in the Grand Bazaar. And when it comes to musicians, dancers, or singers, the Grand Bazaar's got the best of the best. Sure, those folks at the Academia might not like it, but...
Vale. ¿Shurumati? El baile festival, yo solía bailar cuando era
as a
joven.
child, I even asked. My grandmother said that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata is a beloved deity and honored by all. The Sub-Zeru's festival has been losing its appeal over...
Vale. Me falta alguien, ¿no? Dunjasar.
Milu, your outfit looks amazing. There's also something different.
I thought I'd add a little extra pizzazz to my dress for the festival.
Wow, did you sew all that yourself?
Uh-huh. Sewing is a fundamental skill for everyone in the theater company because we make all our own costumes. Did you know that Mr. Zubair not only can make costumes, but props too? I've noticed that you can't keep your eyes off that crown over there. Would you like to try it?
May I?
Of course. The legends say that the goddess of flowers had beautiful horns on her head, so this crown was made to reflect that. Dunyarzad, you look absolutely stunning with it on. It's like I'm looking at the goddess of flowers herself.
Vaya.
Hey! Is that who Paimon thinks it is? It looks like...
Joder, ¿verdad? Catherine, ¿qué hace aquí? Ha salido de su... ¿Qué? Eventazo. Catherine fuera del gremio. La.
Huh. Come to think of it, Paimon's only ever seen her behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild. This is the first time we've ever seen her taking a break. Hey, Catherine!
Huh? Oh, hey! It's the Traveler and Paimon! What's shaken?
Whoa! Break time Catherine sure sounds a lot less formal than usual. Paimon was still waiting for her to say Ad Astra Abysosk.
Sure. Standing behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild doesn't require any complicated functions. But saying and doing the same old things over and over again can get pretty monotonous. But take you two, for example. You travel across Teyvat to enrich your lives and gain new experiences.
Well, we enjoy traveling across Teyvat and all that, but we're mainly looking for clues about his sister.
Yes, you should keep searching. Sometimes the answers we're looking for aren't necessarily at our intended destination.
Huh. Haven't we heard someone say something pretty similar recently?
¿A ti también te gusta el festival, Sobre Luz?
No, not particularly.
Ah, ella viene aquí por el ambiente, claro.
Oh, it looks like it's about time for me to be heading back now.
Alright, we'll see you next time at the Adventurers Guild. Oh, by the way, thanks for connecting us with the Eremites. We've already made some great friends in Sumeru City thanks to you.
I'm sure you two will get along well with the people here. You've already been blessed by the element of Dendro after all. See you around.
Bueno, pues nada, nuestra amiga se va. Aquí el festival está en un punto increíble.
There's something really different about Catherine today.
Hey, Traveler. Paimon.
Oh, hey, Dia. What
I've got something to tell ya. My lady knows you're looking for ways to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali, and she's been trying to come up with a way to help you. Well, I have an idea that might help.
Are you serious? We'd love that!
It might not necessarily pan out, so don't get your hopes up too much. I'll need to take you two somewhere and ask someone some questions.
¿Y tú, Ingerzar?
My lady is feeling a little worn out at the
Vale, está
moment.
descansando con Hilo. Pues nada, parece que por fin hay alguna opción, ¿no? Para que podamos conocer aquí a Kusanali, así que vamos a aprovecharla. Aquí está, de ella. Me mola mucho el diseño, ¿eh?
Sorry, I'm late. It took some convincing for the master and mistress to believe that Miss Dunyarzad was only sitting in the port for a while because she was in a bad mood. Anyway, I guess I should be thanking you. I haven't seen Miss Dunyarzad that happy in a long time. If it wasn't for you two, she probably would have been caught and dragged back much earlier.
You sure sound a whole lot nicer than when we first met, Dia. Who would have thought you had such a soft spot for Dunyarzad?
It's called being a professional. I'm a bodyguard, and I work for whoever's paying.
Look, Dia's blushing.
Tan roja como un tomate maduro.
Listen, you two. I don't expect to be working for Miss Dunyarzad very long, but I hope to finish things on a positive note if possible. Let's cut the chit-chat and head into the Citadel. We'll see if the person I know has a way for you two to meet with the...
Vale. A ver si hay suerte y conseguimos algo, porque la verdad que nuestra misión no es que vaya bien ton popa. O sea, hemos hecho amigos, hemos visto cositas, hemos conocido cosas de Sumeru, pero no sabemos nada de Kusanali.
Oh, hey, Chief.
Vaya.
Ah, Dia, what are you doing here? And well, didn't expect to see you three together.
I take it you all know each other already?
Mm-hmm. We met this morning after the Adventurers Guild pointed us to Ozfon for more info.
No kidding. Huh. So, where's Ruksha? I thought I'd help these two out by asking about the theft. Anything you can tell him?
Ruksha's gone over to the Academia. The Grand Sage recently ordered Sumeru City to begin bolstering its defenses, so people from all over have been called back to the city. Since you've already mentioned the theft, I suppose I might as well tell him what we know.
Appreciate it, Chief.
Theft?
¿Robo?
Just recently, the Academia lost something, and there's a chance the item is connected with the...
I suppose that's one way to look at it. But if you ask me, the case is more about the Academia than... Let me fill you in. The Academia recently sent a convoy to pick up an important package from Aru village.
Vale, alguien asaltó el convoy.
The Grand Sage took the whole matter very seriously. Not only did he dispatch the Matra, but also enlisted our help in the search for
Puerto Ormos,
leads.
allá vamos.
You two have heard of Port Ormos, haven't you? It's the largest commercial port in all of Sumeru. You can travel there by leaving Sumeru City and heading south along the river. The Academia's grip isn't long enough to reach all the way to Port Ormos, so the city's a little more laid back.
Apparently what was lost has a great deal to do with the Akasha, knowledge, and even the gods. If you're interested, maybe you could head to Port Ormos and ask around yourselves. If you want my advice...
Are you serious, Chief? All the Academia students are in Sumeru City, you know.
If you're also interested.
Count me out. I've got plenty of work to do here for the Homayani family. And take it from me, if you two really do decide to visit Port Ormos, you'd best watch your backs. There are even some extremists who go around shouting slogans like, "Retake Sumeru for the Scarlet King." Word is that more and more are joining their movement.
You bet they are. The Scarlet King's been dead for thousands of years. Now they start spreading rumors of his return.
Not everyone's like you, Chief. Even the desert natives who abandoned their homes in the wilderness still wish to have a god of their own. Well, Traveler, that's about all the information we have for you.
Thanks, Dia! And you too, Ozfon! Since we've gathered all we could for the moment in Sumeru City, let's head to Port Ormos and see what we can find next.
Miss Dunyarzad is looking forward to seeing you both at the Sub-Zeru's festival, so be sure to get yourselves back here in time for that.
Volveremos a tiempo.
Good. Then we'll see you both at the Sub-Zeru's festival.
Vale, pues parece que ahora literal hemos terminado en busca de la diosa de la sabiduría y ahora tenemos otra misión que es extravío en la abundancia. La verdad que me ha gustado bastante de lo que he visto, ha estado guay porque hemos podido explorar un poquito lo que es la ciudad de Sumeru, que por cierto es enorme, o sea, es más, vamos a marcar este teletransportador de aquí, que todavía nos falta, y así pues de alguna manera no vamos a poder tener todos los teleport y dejamos ya en este caso el capítulo de hoy. Me ha gustado mucho lo que he visto, me ha parecido interesante, lo que digo, la exploración está muy guay y es divertido. Y el tema de la ciudad de Sumeru es que mola un montón, porque al final, pues, es lo que digo, ¿no? Es una ciudad completamente diferente a lo que hemos estado viendo hasta ahora. Y aquí, por lo menos, yo lo que veo es que están todas las cosas muy, muy bonitas. Me gusta muchísimo, la verdad. Vamos allá. Pero esto es que está arriba, tío. O sea, el teleport que me falta está arriba de la ciudad, ¿no? Vale, o sea, hay que ir por otro lado, da igual, vale. Bueno, pues lo que digo, espero que os haya gustado el vídeo, espero que lo hayáis pasado en grande. La verdad que me ha divertido bastante poder conocer un poquito más de la historia de todo esto. Está muy guay lo que veo, realmente hay cosas que me intrigan bastante, sobre todo lo que digo, por el que pueda pasar a continuación. Y bueno, Puerto de Ormos parece que va a ser el siguiente lugar donde estemos explorando y descubriendo cosillas, así que la cosa pinta bien. Ojo, aquí están estos amiguitos, los que hemos visto antes, que parece que son enemigos que podemos enfrentarnos a ellos. Así que vamos a ver qué materiales nos van soltando. Ahí está, monstruo nuevo detectado, perfecto. Oh, poderosos ataques, poca broma.
Barbados,
Toma ya. Vale, fuera. Vale, lo que digo, aquí había nuevos objetos, estaba claro. Y bueno, ¿qué puedo decir? Espero que os haya gustado. Lo que digo, en el próximo vídeo continuaremos con nuestro viaje a Puerto Ormos y demás, y veremos un poquito qué pasa ahora. Pero lo que digo, yo creo que aquí todo va a ser directamente una auténtica pasada. Nos quedamos aquí en este bonito templo. Voy a mirar un poquito del mapa porque es que lo que digo, no sé. Bueno, vamos a venir a por este teletransportador, solo ya por lo que digo, ¿no? Ya que estoy aquí echándome la partida, vamos a desbloquear una nueva zona, por lo menos para tener un poquito más constancia del mapa. Que el mapa, lo que tengo que deciros, me parece enorme, me parece increíble. Tengo obviamente ahora que conseguir todos los fragmentos dentro y demás. Y la verdad que mola mucho todo el descubrimiento que estamos haciendo. Como siempre aquí tenemos a los bandidos, vamos a intentar juntarlos. Y así pues les pegamos fueguecito, ¿no? Con el Fénix. Vale, ahí está, el firework. Fuegos artificiales. Y cofrecito.
I'll keep this close.
Vale. Bueno. Nosotros a por el teletransportador. Hay que revelar mapa. De todo modo, lo que digo, Puerto Ormos no es que esté muy lejos de donde estamos, así que como ya tenemos el teleport, luego podemos aprovechar para un poquito ver más. Aún así, aquí en esta zona del mapa seguro que vamos descubriendo grandes cositas. Tengo ganas de revelar todo el mapa, obviamente, así que vamos allá, estatua de los 7. ¡Wow! ¡Boom! Madre mía. Vale, aquí está, por fin sabemos dónde está el nuevo boss. Ojito, importante, que ya sabéis que vamos a tener que ir en algún momento para farmear y poder aquí mejorar a los personajes. Pero como veis, la región literalmente es bastante grande, ¿eh? O sea, poca broma, aquí hay mucho que descubrir, mucho que hacer. Y lo que digo, en Puerto Ormos está nuestro objetivo, así que en el próximo vídeo continuaremos la aventura. ¿Y de qué manera? Espero que os esté gustando el juego, espero que lo estéis pasando en grande con Genshin Impact. Soy yo, Guerrero, esto es KTS y hasta la próxima.